Chapter 2, Section 3. Complete your warm-up. 2.3 objective, learn to add and subtract rational numbers. Essential question, how do I calculate with rational numbers? You're going to see this essential question throughout the beginning of this chapter because we're working on different operations with rational numbers. Let's start with the word problem. Tom ran the 100-meter dash in 11.5 seconds last year. This year he improved his time by 568 thousandths of a second. How fast did Tom run the 100-meter dash this year? Well, improving when you're running a race means that your time goes down. So that means we have to subtract the time that he improved by from the time that he had last year. Anytime that we have missing numbers, we add zeros onto the end of it so that we have something to take away from. Once we do our subtraction and borrowing, we end up finding out that Tom ran the 100-meter dash in 10 and 932 thousandths of a second this year. When we add and subtract with like denominators, we don't have to do anything to the denominator because they're already the same size. We're talking about fractions, that means we're talking basically about pieces. So if something is in fifths, it's in 5 pieces. So you can see in the example 1/5 plus -4/5, all we have to worry about is the numerators. We use our integer operations to take 1 plus -4 and get -3. Also notice in the example over here that the negative can go in the numerator, it can go in the middle, and technically it could go in the denominator. But these are the two most common ways that we'll write fractions, negatives. Remember a tip, subtracting a number is the same as adding its opposite. Okay, let's evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable. 7/10 plus m for m equals 3 1/10. So if we add the whole numbers, we have 3 total, and 7/10 plus 1/10 would be 8/10. So our total is 3 8/10, which when simplified becomes 3 4/5. We can do the same with decimals. Evaluate 12.1 minus x for x equals -0.1. Replace x with -0.1. Remember that subtracting an integer is the same as adding its opposite, so we turn this into 12.1 plus 0.1 and get 12.2. Let's add or subtract these two examples. The negative is in front in the middle, so put it up with the numerator. -2/9 minus 5/9. So we know it's going to be 9 for denominator. Then we just have to subtract -2 minus 5, which would give us -7/9. In example B, we have 6/7 plus -3/7. Again, the denominator is going to be 7. So now it's 6 plus -3, which gives us 3/7. Of course, we always look to make sure that these are in simplest form. In this case, they are. Please make sure your Cornell notes are filled out completely. Review your notes, complete the summary before class. Don't forget to go back and highlight important information. And come prepared to take a non-graded lesson quiz on how well you understood the material.